You get what you deserve. Amazon is doing everything in their power to silence people from having opinions about Rings of Power because they're trying to create a false narrative. This is something we have seen from other studios and other companies, because when they make these series or these movies that are built on identity politics and ruining the lore, they do everything in their power to silence those valid opinions because they're trying to create a false narrative so that the general audience won't hear any of that negativity. We're seeing it with fan reviews right now. We're seeing it with all of the shill sites out there, the Hollywood Reporters and the Varieties and the IGN, trying to create that false narrative about it just being angry trolls on social media. They're just angry trolls, and we're not going to allow them to have their opinions. We're seeing all of that out there, the virtue signaling, and now you have Elon Musk with 100 million followers on social media, someone that has reach that is almost beyond anyone else. There are a few people that have reach like Elon Musk, but now he's tweeting this out, and you can see the likes, the quote tweets, and the retweets happening in real time as I'm recording this video. Elon Musk destroying Rings of Power. Right here he says, Tolkien is turning in his grave. This is not the PR you're looking for. And you know why it's not the PR you're looking for? Because you made a bad show. It's that simple. Notice how when things like Cobra Kai comes out, notice when Top Gun Maverick comes out, notice when things like Dune, Better Call Saul, you just name it. When good shows come out, there's suddenly no angry trolling going on. There's suddenly no review bombing going on. There's suddenly no toxicity going on. It's almost like when you make a good show, people like it. And when you make a bad show, people don't like it. But when you constantly are dismissing people as angry trolls or racist, you're only making yourself look stupid. And now Elon Musk is going to put a bigger signal boost on this than you could possibly imagine. And if you look at the tweet below, he goes even further, where he says almost every male character so far is a coward, a jerk, or both. Only the brave and stunning Galadriel is brave, smart, and nice. And that's the entire premise of the show. This is what you get with social justice propaganda. It was always going to be this. We heard it from the marketing. We heard it from everybody involved in the show. We knew this was what they were planning on doing, because you can see it from the beginning. You can see it as soon as they start marketing, as soon as they start showing trailers. We were seeing this from the beginning, and it's only getting worse for Rings of Power, because you have ridiculous sites writing articles like this, and I'm going to read it exactly how they have this published. Amazon's The Rings of Powers is not for purist or racist. The Rings of Powers. You don't even know what the show is called, and you're trying to make this ridiculous argument that no one is going to take seriously. The Rings of Powers. Oh my goodness. So again, how many times have we said this was going to happen? A lot. This is something we've been battling since it really became a big problem with Lucasfilm and Star Wars. Once The Last Jedi started to get some pretty big backlash for being a bad film, suddenly that's where the shift started to happen, and we needed to start blaming fans and calling fans racist and sexist instead of just dealing with the fact that maybe you just didn't make a good movie. Maybe you just didn't make a good movie. No. Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, they couldn't accept that reality. No. They had to actually blame that on the fans. And that was the beginning of this really taking it to another level. And we've only seen this happen more and more with Marvel and DC in the comic book industry. Things like Ghostbusters 2016, it started happening prior to The Last Jedi, but it didn't hit another level until The Last Jedi. Now you have it with Rings of Power, or as this site calls it, The Rings of Powers, and basically saying it's not for purists or racist. What? The fact that this person thought this was a good idea just shows you the type of mentality we are dealing with. Now, currently on Rotten Tomatoes, it is sitting at a 39% audience rating. And then what's really interesting is now Amazon has said they're going to put a hold, a 3-day hold on fan reviews on Amazon Prime. Okay, now interestingly enough, I talked to Ryan Kennel from RK Outpost about this, and he said he pulled this up on his stream yesterday on his channel, and the number had not changed. So now if you Google Amazon Rings of Power reviews, the first result you're probably going to get is an ad from Amazon.com. Do you see what I see right there? Do you see where it says 4.5 out of 5, 3865 on reviews? That's the same number of reviews Ryan said that it numbered on his stream yesterday. So overnight, we haven't seen any increase in these reviews that you see right there. Now, once you click on the link, you can't find it anymore because they're withholding it. So it seems like they're controlling exactly what reviews are going to be counted in that and what reviews can be seen. And it seems like they're funneling out anything that's negative, because a 4.5 out of 5 is very high. When you're dealing with thousands of reviews, that's a very high score. 4.5 out of 5 is not accurate. It's not accurate at all. And all you need to do is look at the reaction online, look at the like to dislike ratio you're seeing on YouTube, look at the overall reception of this show. It's not positive at all. So they're trying to create a fake narrative to make you believe that everyone loves this show. It's just a few angry, toxic man babies that are trolling because they're racist and sexist and they're intimidated by women. Now, the funny thing is now, again, I've been labeled a racist and a sexist since like 2017, 2018. It's really not a big deal anymore. But the funny thing is Disa is my favorite part of Rings of Power. She's easily the best part of Rings of Power, in my opinion. Disa is the first female dwarf, the woman that virtue signaling like crazy in the interviews. And I can't stand her interviews. But if I'm being honest, when I watched Rings of Power, that her and Durin, is that his name? Those were the dwarves. That was the only aspect of the show that I actually appreciated. And Disa really brought like a fun energy and a fun vibe to her character. She's barely in the show at this point, but she's the best part of it. She's the best part of it. And of course, that still makes me a racist and a sexist, apparently. Like, no, I don't like all of her virtue signaling. I don't like all the nonsense that she was spewing. But in terms of just watching the show, when she came on screen, I'm like, okay, she's actually good. She's actually, like, her acting is good. Her energy is good. There's just a good vibe to it. It feels good. I like this little bitty aspect of the show. But, of course, I'm still those words because, of course, I am. Because we live in a world where those words don't mean anything anymore. They don't mean anything because the people that use them have completely made them lose all meaning whatsoever. But circling back to the original point of the video, Elon Musk putting this out. Now you see it's at 34,000 likes. It's going to end up with hundreds of thousands of likes right now, and that's only going to make it worse for Amazon. So you've tried to silence people. You're trying to protect this show from valid criticism, and it's going to backfire on you gloriously. And I am going to make sure that I take full advantage because you don't deserve respect, Amazon. You don't deserve anything. Your job is to work for the people, and you have done a bad job for the people, and then you silence the people when they tell you you're doing a bad job. Not how this works. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.